she is.
Genesis.
This now you need a green screen. Do I have to watch this the whole time?
You might. I mean, I can take it off. Hold up. I like this green screen though.
You don't have a green screen. That's why it looks like that.
I mean, I could do this, that,
No.
do a little filter. Nah, we're gonna do none though. There we go. All right, can you see me a little bit better now?
I can see you clearly now.
Okay, so we are on we are live streaming on YouTube actually. So let's see here. I'm just trying to see if this like works. I think it does, but
For the record, I was ready at 8.
I know. That's why. Shut up. I said that. I appreciate you being ready though. We're gonna go ahead and record this bad boy too. All right, Genesis. So I apologize. I'm running a couple errands here for the household. I thought that I'd be home in time to do this as we originally discussed, which is why I said 8. It turns out I'm probably not going to get home for like another 10 or 15 minutes, but all good. We can still have this quick little conversation. I really just wanted to keep this, we'll try to keep it between 10 to 15 minutes here. Just wanted to kind of touch base on some of the concerns you were having. We were specifically talking about protein when it came to your nutrition. So, that kind of came up earlier today in our check-in that we had. So go ahead and just take the floor here and just kind of let me know like some of the concerns you're having here, upon our check-ins here, and some of the concerns you're having with food and your food intake and calories and protein. Like just kind of lay it on me. Let's figure it out.
Well, lay it on you. I mean, the only thing I know, I don't eat enough protein, which is why I asked you about the protein shakes, which I have not ordered, by the way, yet, because I know you're going to ask.
Okay, so we did talk about you getting some protein,
Mhm.
but you're talking about, what kind are you talking? I thought you were just referring to, oh, okay, I got you. Okay, yes, I did want you to get the protein powder. Yes, because it is just an easy way for you to do that. When you said shakes, I was thinking you were talking about like already made shakes. Okay, yes, you haven't ordered that yet?
No, I haven't ordered that yet. I actually just
Why haven't you
remembered that
ordered
I
it
haven't
yet?
ordered that. I'm going to order it.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and get that so you can eat. So just as a reminder, the reason for the protein shake is, you can, I would prefer you to get your food for your protein from whole food sources. The issue with that is that it's much harder for any of us to do that unless like just your day-to-day job like actually allows for that. You know what I mean? Most of us are trying to, sorry, I still got some stuff in my nose. Most of us are trying to, get through 3 meals a day and, might potentially have room for one snack, you know what I'm saying, before or after workouts. So it's hard to get, your desired amount of protein amount based on your goal with, only 3 meals. I mean, that's a lot of food that you would be eating at one time. You know what I mean? So it is hard. Is that something you're having trouble with, like just like getting it all in during that sitting?
Yeah. Well, here's like breakfast I do pretty good with because I pretty much have the same breakfast every day. And then, or I alternate it between a couple of things. And then lunch, I pretty much, because I do the meal prep, so that's usually fine. Dinner's usually hard, like, because by the time I get home from either working out or going to the gym, I really just don't feel like eating like food. I guess because it's like heavy or something. So like sometimes I may not. And I think maybe if I add a protein shake in the evening, if I don't feel like having a meal, then I can get my protein in too.
Yeah. So you'll still want to get a meal in of some sort, but it's kind of like that's where you get a little crafty in terms of like dividing up your calories. So like if you don't want to take in 120 pounds, I'm sorry, 120, 130 calories of protein in your meal, because that's usually harder to eat protein than it is to drink. To eat that after, because maybe you're still feeling this adrenaline high or something's going on, you don't feel hungry or whatever after your workout, and that happens. It's all good. You gotta understand, after your workout, cortisol levels are up, depending on the kind of training you're doing, of course. Blood pressure's higher, blood sugar might be up, like all these things. So that may of course impact how you're feeling in terms of your whether or not you want to eat after. So if it's hard for you to ingest that food, then get that shake in, but don't stop there. You're going to want to get other food in for sure, because that 120 130 calories is not going to be enough to set forth, like, in motion, the recovery that you need for the rest of the day and for the following day. uh, So one thing I would recommend, definitely go ahead and get the shakes. Again, I would prefer you get your stuff from whole food sources, but it makes it a lot easier if you can get your food. It makes it a lot easier if you can get your protein from a quick source, right? So you get that quick source of protein in, and you're good to go with the rest of your food. Um, The other thing you could do is, just in the way. Wait, does that make sense before I keep going?
Yes.
Okay. The other thing you could do is you could take into account like how you're using your body the for your protein. So like if you're still hungry, let's say you eat a meal in the morning and you eat a meal in the for lunchtime, you eat a meal and oh shit, sorry, you eat a meal in the morning, you eat a meal lunchtime, freaking dinner time. Check it out. So you 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 eat these meals, and what you want to try to do is actually like you want to try and like be able to evaluate, like, so like, all right, well, I feel like I'm not getting enough protein in. Which meal of the day is it that I'm not getting enough protein in?
Breakfast.
So right, okay, so if you feel like you're not getting enough protein in at breakfast, then that's the meal where you need to prioritize. Okay, let me take an additional serving of this form of protein, whatever it may be, egg whites, sausage, bacon, um, protein shake, or whatever it may be. Um, get that form of protein and double up on it. So use my hands. Don't worry about trying to measure. Just let me use my hands to determine how much more protein I need. So I know that if I'm just using my palms for protein, if I'm just using my hands for protein, to measure my foods, I'm going to use my palm size, right? That's actual size of the palm, circumference, if you will, and then width of the palm as well. Um, so if you are doing that, then you say to yourself, all right, I'm going to go ahead and get another source of protein at that size, palm size, thickness, and circumference. I want to put that on my plate. You know what I'm saying? So that is like just another way for you to get in that extra protein. So what is it that you're eating in the morning for your protein?
I don't really have protein in the morning. I do. Okay, so like sometimes I'll do, like, if I order meal prep,
Yeah.
like sometimes she'll have like bacon on there, and that's my source of protein, or like the egg, that's my source of protein. But if I do breakfast on my own, I usually get my protein from like fruit,
Okay.
because I usually make like a
Fruit is
yogurt.
not really giving you a bunch of protein.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know the least amount of protein I get a day is breakfast, because I usually either make a I usually make either like a yogurt thingy, or I just have coffee and put a protein Premier protein in it.
Oh, okay. So you're just putting your protein in your coffee.
Sometimes I don't do it all the time.
Okay, so you are getting a significant source of protein though in the morning. Okay, all right. So what I would do is I love what you're doing in terms of making that first meal of the day your biggest meal of the day and kind of tapering throughout the day. That's perfect. So getting the most carbohydrates in right in the first part of your day to kind of give you some sustained energy throughout the day. I love that you're doing that, but we do want to up your protein, especially if we know that that is the meal where we're not getting it in. So if let's try to make it an effort to always be putting that protein in our coffee. Let's try to make that an effort. I've also seen some people do. I personally like to do my protein powder, which you don't have yet. I like to do my protein powder in my oatmeal. Now you may be able to do that just like maybe to put the shake in the uncooked oats. Maybe that'll like and then like cook them up like that. I don't know. I've never tried that before, but um, you may be able to do that. You can probably just put your oats in like a blend machine. Like I'm just giving you a couple examples. Put like your fruit in there, your yogurt in there, like make your own little morning smoothie where you get a little extra protein in there. Like there are different ways you can get that in, but we want to make sure that we're always getting that in. If you can add in addition to that drink protein, if you can add another source of whole food protein, that would be great. Because you gotta
I'll
you
try
got
to add. I'll try to add some eggs. I think if I can boil, like I can boil eggs at night and then like just have that.
yeah, it don't take any time. Because I mean, like you gotta okay, so you gotta think you don't necessarily need to have that much protein in one sitting. But the issue that we're having is that we're not getting enough. And right now we feel like it's breakfast where we're not getting enough because there's not really any protein coming in at breakfast, whereas lunch and dinner we feel like we're getting some protein in. So it could be after doing this, it could be that we find out actually like I only need this one source of protein at breakfast. It's really the other meals where I could afford to get something, or maybe even just slide in a little bit more before and after my workouts. Like maybe that's what I'm really needing to do, but we got a trial and error. The only way we do it is like assess. You know what I mean? So you're doing everything great. I mean, honestly, like you've had a lot of changes. A lot of very positive changes, and you can physically see it when you come into the gym, just in the way you move. I was very impressed by you in that challenge or competition that we did, but also just like the stuff you're telling me. I think you sent me a message today saying you did 40 burpees without being winded.
Yeah, I did that whole workout in 30 minutes, which for me that's a big thing because
Yeah, yeah, that's like
burpees.
yeah. I love it though. But I mean, you're moving better. Your conditioning's up. You all it takes is just to get some of that excess off. And to make sure you're getting those foods in. That the right foods, it really does. I can't say it enough. It really does fuel your performance. So just keep that up. We all know that if you can perform better, that your results are going to be better. Plain and simple. Um, so let's focus on that to start. Okay, let's focus on trying to prioritize that protein in the morning. We definitely want to make sure we're getting the most of our carbs here in the morning, right? Those bigger meals in the morning. Absolutely, you're already on point with that. But let's throw in some protein here. It'll help you feel fuller for longer too. So let's throw in that protein. Get the shake going. Order your shakes. Order your powder. Okay. For now, start throwing your protein drink into your coffee. Don't forget to do that. Go ahead and cook up a couple eggs in the evening, right? I don't know how you do it because I freaking hate eggs. Although, like, I know that if I could eat them, that I would fucking like love them. But like, because whenever I hear eggs like being cooked and shit and smell them, I'm like, man, boy, I just want some of that so bad. But I can't do it because I throw up whenever I eat it. But yeah, get your egg. 1 to 2 eggs should suffice, especially with you getting your protein in your coffee as well. You got to think there's going to be a relatively significant amount of fat content with that whole egg as well. But you're going to be getting in some good nutrients in the morning. Okay, so let's just up that protein. Keep your lunch and dinners the same way. Maybe try and sneak in a little bit of protein before, right now, pick or choose before or after your workout. Sooner or later, we'll want to do before and after to get really strategic about your recovery. But I would say for now, let's just make those changes, and you should start seeing some differences. If you're going to increase your protein intake, here's what you want to do: make sure that you are getting in more fiber, also. Okay, because the bloat.
I feel like I get plenty of fiber. Don't
Okay,
worry about
okay, we'll keep. Yeah, get in some extra veggies because the bloat and the gas and the feeling of just gunkiness in there, right? Like it makes you feel all sorts of ways. You're gonna be getting a lot more nitrogen in your system. We know the sulfur is carried through the protein, so your farts are gonna smell like shit. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that make sure that you're getting that fiber in there to kind of help things flow smoothly. Okay. But outside of that, good to go. Good to go, boss. Any other questions?
Nope.
You the bomb. Nice job. All right. Well, good work. Just keep it up. You the bomb. I got a post coming for you soon. I keep saying that, but like every time I say that, like something comes up. Like this week, I just haven't been doing shit because I've been fucking sick. Or I've been freaking sick. Sorry. But yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to get back on it. So, all right. Well, I will talk to you later. I'll talk to you tomorrow. We're gonna get another Zoom going tomorrow. So I'll see who wants to be on that Zoom. Not you necessarily, but
I was gonna say I like talking to you now, but come on now.
it might not be you. It'll be somebody, but yeah. Okay. Well, I will talk to you later. Thanks for hopping on with me tonight. People are gonna really enjoy this and have a lot to use from it. All right. Have a good one.
Bye.